Satnam, I'm Lillian Savoy at Awaken Change Podcast, and today I have a special guest, Kimberly Tromboli. She is an esthetician, a holistic wellness practitioner, and what we're going to be talking about today, Feng Shui. She's a Feng Shui consultant. So I can't wait to tell you some of my personal experiences with this Feng Shui consult that she gave me and the changes that have been happening in my house and in my life, which she doesn't know yet. So, so I'm excited to share those with you and to get some feedback and to let you teach us about some feng shui. So first, Kimberly, welcome.
Hi,
Yay.
thank you for having me.
I'm so
Excited
happy you're
to.
here.
Okay.
And can you start by spelling feng shui?
It's Feng and then Shui, Shui,
Okay,
Feng Shui.
feng
But
shui.
wind and water in Chinese, Feng Shui.
Wind and water. Okay, got it. Whenever I'm writing that down on paper, it just looks,
Feng.
yeah, it looks weird. And I'm like, I'm doing something wrong. So, this, well, I should say maybe 2 weeks ago, we had our first consult.
We did a little mini thing.
Oh, we did a mini consult. Yes. The only feng shui I've done in my life is I found someone in Europe, I think, and he charged me 1,500 bucks, told me to paint my two offices an aqua blue
Mhm.
and get this little EMF charger for the kitchen because you put it in the main room, one of the main
Mhm.
rooms, and our kitchen's kind of in the center of our house. And it's been there, and I haven't heard from him since.
No, not good.
I, I'm not bashing him. It was great. My room is a beautiful aqua color,
Okay.
and our other office, we did set our tone for new business coming in. We both changed our career paths at that time, and my husband and I, we definitely completely shifted our work life. So, why does paint and why does shifting things, Kimberly, why does it, even the little things that you shift and when you feng shui your house, why does it make
Well,
such big impacts?
I know when people say Feng Shui, the first thing is like, you're going to tell me to move my furniture?
Yes,
But,
people have asked me that. I was like, no, I tied red string around everything, which we'll get to.
but they work with the five elements. So, in each element has a color. So, color is one of the most impactful things and the simplest that you can do. Make an adjustment with paint, or even like clothes you wear or your sheets. Color is one of the main things and the simplest that makes the greatest impact.
Okay. Well, it's
So,
not the cheapest because, after the
uh,
consult, and then you have to pay the painter. And so I think it's probably the most expensive part of feng shuiing, don't you think?
well, you didn't have to paint your whole house.
I didn't. I only painted two rooms.
Well, it's the most impactful and it's the
That's
simplest.
why.
Yes, because you're surrounded by it all.
Okay, so
So,
what about this phase of everybody painting their house white? We've been in that phase for probably 10 years, right? Maybe at least since 2000, yeah, about 10 years. So we've been in the phase of everybody's house being white. What is that for feng shui? What does that mean? Is that good? Do we need color back in our lives?
it's actually, I don't, it shouldn't be like jumping on the bandwagon. It all depends on what you want. White actually represents the metal system, which is part of the five elements. So white is like completion. Um, it's metal, and then metal can also promote water. So that could be a good thing if you're like in a desert and you need, more water element in your life. Because without the water element, it could be like a little drained. and not enough energy or opportunities flowing into you. So that's a simple way to promote water in your life. But I'm not quite sure the HGTV reasoning behind it, but it should be personal. It shouldn't be because you're jumping on a bandwagon.
Yeah. Well, I know for a while it was like everybody wanted white because everything was kind of brown for a while. And I have to
Mhm.
say that this house still has a lot of the brown that was in style. Now we've
Mhm.
painted some things white, the cabinets, the kitchen, but the main house, the main room and some of the bathrooms and, the hallways and all that, it's still very brown. So we went through a brown phase, a white phase, and I remember when HGTV went through the gray phase. Remember that? Everything was gray, light
So
gray, dark gray, light countertops mixed with white. So they did go through the gray and white phase. So
mhm.
does gray or brown in Feng Shui, tell me
Gray
about
is like the white. The gray is like the white. That's the metal element. But I guess it's also considered a neutral color, but everything was very gray. It
it.
looked
Yeah.
it looked a little, I don't
Prison
know.
cellish, yes.
Yeah, it looked a little bit
Cinder block,
religious. Yeah, religious like depression, you know.
yes.
So,
Well,
but
I'm
that's
glad
part
that
of
phase is
gray.
over.
Yeah, and it was so pedestrian.
What about brown?
Now
Because,
brown is an earth tone. It's
okay.
grounding.
Grounding. Okay. My
So
house is
very
very grounding, but sometimes I'm like, oh, it's too brown. It's too grounding. I need to get out of here or feel it trapped.
okay. Then you can add orange. Orange, yellow, and browns are like the earth tones.
Okay.
So you don't have to do just brown. You can add a little yellow, add a little orange. So yeah, those are the earth tones if you want to be a little more grounding.
Okay. All right. So now let's talk about my consult for a minute. So
Okay.
I don't even remember how we actually got started on, but Kimberly does some consults if you want to reach out to her, and she will give you kind of a series of categories that you want to work on, whether it's health, wealth, relationships. I'm forgetting the fourth one.
There's the wealth, the fame and recognition, relationships, new beginnings, health. Got your little spiritual center,
Oh, yes, spirituality.
benefit, career, and knowledge. So there's 9 areas.
Okay. And I think we did 3 or 4 because we did the mini.
Yes, we just a little once over of your floor plan.
Okay. So then she asked me to draw my floor plan and I sent it over to her, which I got that in one shot, by the way. I thought I was like, maybe I missed my calling to be an architect. But then when I read my books, all my spiritual books and my love cards books, which I'm obsessed with, it says I've been a builder in all my previous lifetimes. And this lifetime, I'm not meant to be a builder. But when I drew out that floor plan for you and sent it over, I was like, nailed it. This was amazing. So all my past lives just came back for that little sketch. So I sent it over and then she sends me back, okay, it looks like you want to work in your career, your wealth, your relationships. I think maybe that was it. So
Yeah.
then she has this cute little chart that she sends you, and it's different colors and different questions to make you kind of think outside the box and really what you want to work on, which we're always working on ourselves. But a lot of people I find do not put a lot of attention in their house and how much their house is actually holding them back in their relationships, in their career, in their wealth, and in their health. Like for me, this house was so big in changing the path of my health. And that's why I worked with the, trolls underneath my ground and the mushroom people and all my spirit guides to really help like fix this house. But now I'm moving into the next phase where I really need you. So I sent you my list and then you sent me back and you look at it differently than me. So tell me what you saw when I sent you my little list. You can be, just to help people, or you can use me as an example. I don't care. Nothing's really private.
Okay, when you sent me the list, well, because like I said, like the color is everything. So each of the house is like in a 9-area grid, and each has like a basic color. So to make it easy, and because if we worked on all the colors and all the areas, that would be like it's like a 6-month project, and it's overwhelming. So you pick just a couple.
Well, do you
So
work with people for 6 months? Can you do that? Like work for a 6 month? Because I think that's kind of what the guy was trying to do. The first guy that I ever met with, he was like, okay, well, you do it in phases. So you don't get overwhelmed or you don't run out of money and you don't have to go buy everything like right now. But what I found helpful for you is you told me that, but then you also said like, okay, here's a $9, flag on Instagram, or here's a $12 blue owl that you knew I liked. So I liked kind of the personalized ideas that you sent without saying like, I needed a new couch for $3,000 or $5,000 or $20,000 for that matter. I mean, couches are wild.
I know. Because you're infusing your intention into it. So it's a little something to have around, that means something to you. And it's just a little reminder, like a little thing in the background. Once you do it all, it's just there. And it doesn't even have to be in plain sight to be like something you put in plant. And it could be the plant. So it might just be a plant, but you're like, I want to, a young couple, I want to grow a family. So they just get this plant and then maybe even add a first element, a stone or a gem. And then it's just there. So it's just a plant. It's something personal and connected to you. And it's always kind of just in the background, ruminate in the back of your mind. It's a positive,
Yeah.
kind of like the old nagging mom, but it's like it's not a nagging mom. It's a positive intention and positive output that you want to come to you.
Yeah. So in Feng Shui, are you basically kind of, I always say I'm putting my order into the universe, right? I'm like, we have to like order in the universe and tell the universe exactly what we desire. And we have to be specific. Okay, so I want to grow a family. I'm going to need a green plant with tall leaves and a gemstone. And then they set their intention around that and put that in the plant. And then the plant sits in what corner of the house, so to speak. Just give us an example of where the family would be.
So that's the area that we call the new beginnings. And it's also associated with spring. So spring's coming up. It's green, it's growth, it's plants. So you come in and it is to the left, kind of in the middle of the left side of your house.
Okay.
So I think you're kind of sitting a little bit in your new beginning area.
I am.
Yes. So
I
yeah.
am in my new beginning area.
Yes.
Okay, so let's go back to what I worked on. Okay, so after I gave Kimberly the drawing of my house, then she calls me with the bad news. But she is so positive, she doesn't really tell you that it's bad news. But basically, in my abundance corner, I have a large sink, which is my kitchen sink, like the biggest sink in the whole house. Oh, that bathroom was my abundance corner? Oh, yeah. Okay. Kitchen is my relationship corner. So everything's going down the drain with my relationships, which we'll get to. And then in the center of the house, it was the abundance corner, right? And I had a Jack and Jill bathroom.
Centers your health.
Centers my health. Okay. And then the back left is my primary tub, which is a giant tub of shit going down the drain. Okay, so basically in my house where there is not meant to be sinks or drains, I have a kitchen sink, a primary tub, and a center bathroom Jack and Jill with two sinks, a toilet, and a shower. So basically what you're telling me is I'm effed.
Yeah. In Feng Shui, it's just drain. They're open so they can stuff can just keep going down there, good, bad, or otherwise. So it's
Well,
just
let me tell you why I
drain.
called you, because my husband and I always have these, budget meetings. I don't really like the word budget, but whatever, you have to have them, right? Budget meetings. And, he's like, okay, well, we make good money, but like there's nothing left at the end of the month. Now we do invest and just like little bits, but like we don't get to go on, like at this moment when we're recording it, we don't get to go on like lavish family vacations where we can just up and root ourselves to Vail, Colorado and ski for 2 weeks and eat whatever we want. Okay. So that part of that, we didn't have any extra. Okay. And so we kept having this, wow, like we've both reinvented ourselves. We've both worked our business. We're both working. What is the deal here? And so when I reached out to Kimberly, I said, okay, well, maybe I should approach this from the Feng Shui perspective, because I meditate, I've done the spiritual practice. I bless my house. I talk to the people under my house. I talk to the angels above my house. I have done everything but move out of this house. Which apparently, if I move, I'm moving by myself because no one else wants to move. So when you told me that all my drains were draining the energy, draining the wealth, draining the health, something clicked, and I was just so grateful for you. And I was just like, oh my gosh, what do I do? Okay, so tell me what you told me to do.
Well, if you have like a saint, you put red tape, red ribbon, red cord, whatever speaks to you. And because red's the most auspicious color in Chinese. So, and just set your intention, like all my money is going to stay, whatever it is, a little mantra, it's personal to you. And then you just put the red string, and it has to be in increments of 9, and you tie it around the drain so all the good chi stays. So,
okay,
like
now
in the center of your house.
Chi? For people that don't know what good chi is, like what is good chi? We hear good vibes, good energy, it's the lingo, but what is actual chi, and why do we want to put red tape around the drain to keep in our good chi?
Well, it's energy. The chi is energy. And the energy is all around us, and it can be a good vibe. It's just the energy that we need to keep going, and it needs to be clean, and it needs to be abundant, and it needs to be around us. So, like your wealth energy, that's something good. That's something that needs to be flowing to you, because money is water. So money needs to be flowing to you. Opportunities need to be flowing to you. Career opportunities need to be flowing to you. But if you have a drain, they're flowing away from you. So it depletes you, and it causes an imbalance. So, you could make money, but it just keeps going down the drain.
Which was
it's
happening
really a slow process. It's a slow, like I told you, it's a slow, it doesn't always, is like you're not going to move in to that house and your money's going to be gone. It can be a slow process.
Well, I'm finding it's a slow process to actually put these things in my house and make these changes in my house. Even I think I texted you and said, wow, Amazon was 5 days delayed with my red string, which I thought was interesting because everything gets here in 2 days, right? And then,
yes.
Then the spinners that were supposed to go in my front yard were chasing away the birds instead of attracting the birds, which the birds are my favorite part of this house, because I have so many cardinals and so many birds that I feed. And so you helped me find, something else that we could use instead of spinners. But I have literally been to probably 5 or 6 stores, not Amazon shopping, but just 5 or 6 stores, because I wanted to see, touch, and feel. You told me to get maybe plants to put over my toilet, right? Or pictures of plants or trees. And it's amazing. Everywhere I went, everything was $100. And I was like, I am not spending $100 on a fake tree plant. Picture of a fake tree. Even worse. And I'm like, that doesn't feel good. Doesn't have good chi. So, but I went to 5 or 6 stores doing that. And so I'm still only in the phase with you of putting the red string. Now, let me tell you what happened when I put the red string. Okay. So I put the red string in the Jack and Jill bathroom. There was 2 sinks. So I put one and it was fine. I put the other one, and that was my son's sink. And all of a sudden his clogger broke a day later. And I was like, why are you using the other sink? And he's like, oh, my little clog is broke. The little stopper. Yeah. What does that mean?
That I don't, that's his chi. So if he uses that, I mean, everybody's chi's in the house, but that is his chi. So just can mean a bunch of different things.
So he started doing, because he puts his, I don't know, he's 12. Okay. So, I mean, they're learning about themselves. It's so cute. Like, it's so cute. But he fills up the sink with water and then dunks his whole head in the sink. It's so wasteful, but like, I just kind of let him figure out his stuff. I don't micromanage that stuff. But the other Jack and Jill, I was like, why is the towel wet and everything's wet, And that's when I found out, okay, his sink, his little clogger doesn't hold the water anymore, which is so interesting because I think it just wants it to flow, right? His chi, I think it wants it to flow. Okay. And then in my bathroom, I did the red tape, or no, I did string. And my right hair handle started to come loose and break. And then I take baths a lot. I haven't taken a bath since. I've wrapped both sinks. Okay. And then I forgot one sink, which was the travel sink. Okay. In the laundry room. I forgot that one. And so I put it around that one. And that was like 2 days ago. And then my husband and I got in a fight last night. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to be I'm sleeping on the other side of the house for a minute, because all this past stuff came out. And I was like, what is he doing bringing up all this past stuff? Like, it totally caught me off guard. And it's so interesting because we are in like a couple rut right now with travel. We don't agree on traveling right now. And it's been like this for about a year. And so when I wrapped all the sinks except for the travel sink, and then when I wrapped the travel sink, it created a fight and I had to sleep in the other room. And I've moved all my stuff to the other room. I'm like, I'm going to be here for a minute because this has been a year brewing, and one wrapping of the sink brought it to the head.
And then you lost your assistant too. She went down the drain. She went down your
my new assistant that I hired quit within the week, literally 10 minutes after I finished wrapping all the sinks. And I cried and I cried and I cried. And I was like, I can't believe I already lost like the perfect. I have one assistant for the podcast who is amazing. And I needed one for social media because I don't like doing all the videos and all that stuff. So I just cried and cried and cried. And then I texted you and I said, what is that about? And you said, well, more opportunities are going to be coming in your life. I'm like, couldn't it? They've come in with her here.
So, well, and it could be, I mean, it doesn't always work the way you intend it. It could be that it made it happen earlier. Something could be happening in her life. And if she like said, well, I'm going to stick with this, but something in her life was distracting her, she could like not be a good assistant anymore. So then there would have been that tension. Had she, something in her life could have been going on. So maybe that's what caused her to go. And she just made a decision, I should just do this now because I don't think I can do a good job.
She
So,
did say that. She did say that. So you're right on.
yes.
Yeah.
So it kind of can speed things up, especially in relationships.
Yeah.
So if a couple's having trouble, it can, it can either soothe it or it could, let's just make this all end
Thanks,
now.
Kimberly. Brought mine right out. Can't wait to see how long this fight lasts.
There's other things we can do. We can get together again and hope that be soothed. Because the bedroom too, we didn't go over your bedroom. And did that other guy do the bedroom?
No, nobody's done bedrooms, which is great. That is on my later plan because I have to change out beds and move furniture around in the guest room and stuff like that. So that is something on my list.
So what's your own personal bedroom? That's to make like the most impact for the simplest is just to do your bedroom. That is your most personal space.
I did that actually. I just didn't text you that I did it.
Okay.
Yeah, but we moved furniture and decluttered and moved things around and tried different things on different walls. So we finally got it in a really good spot, which I think is also, okay, so spiritually this aligns like with all the things that I teach and all the things that I do. I love it so much, but sometimes I think people don't want to do the work in the spiritual realm either. And now I'm seeing why maybe they're scared of Feng Shui. Because what happens is it does happen quick, in my opinion. Now, I know not all of a sudden I'm not going to be like some millionaire overnight. I'm just saying like it has the little bit of work I've done with you, it has made some very positive and very quick changes. But I can see how there's a lot more to do too.
Yes. Well, you said the house has been there for 25 years.
Yeah.
And you've been there for 10 years. Travel's been irking you for
at least
a couple years.
Yeah, a couple years probably. Yeah, a couple years.
Yeah. So it just stirred things up. And you, I didn't want to do too much with you because you are very good with energy. You're very good with intentions. You've got the power behind you. So some people are like, why am I doing this? But I knew you would kind of go wholeheartedly in it. So
say the least. So I turned on you told me to do Om Mani Padme Hum, right? So I found a Spotify playlist with all the Om Mani Padme Hums. And they're so good. And so I'd play that while I'd wrap the string around each sink. And then I'd set my intentions for each sink and hold the string. And you didn't tell me to do this. I just did this. So if it's wrong, please tell me. But tell people listening. But so then I would hold the string and I would state my specific intentions into the string 9 times. In Reiki, we learned 9 times too. But Reiki is, it's energy. Probably it's Sister Mountain.
Yes.
Right? Usui Reiki was at the top of the mountain and Feng Shui was probably on the side of the mountain. They just probably all downloaded the same messages at the same time.
Well, it all starts with the mountain. Because if you want, in Feng Shui, if you want to cultivate yourself, it starts with the mountain. And the best, is when they built cities, they built stuff with like the mountain behind them and the water in front of them. So it's all to be safe and secure and stable. And it's just, there's things that I know and nobody can, you ask why. And it's like, well, because a mind greater than ours, it's been going on for like 2,000-3,000 years. So there's like no one really to tell you why. It's just something they figured out, it's something you do, and it's something that works. So when you want to cultivate yourself, you go to the mountain and you need the mountain behind you to be safe and secure. So
So cities were built into the mountain on the basis of Feng Shui and
it's in China. So,
yeah.
but I mean, when you look, most of the cities sprung up by a river, body of water. Back in the
So
old
how
days,
old is Feng Shui? How
gosh,
do you know?
um, it's a couple millennia, several
Yeah.
millennia old, and there are different forms. So it's called the BTB, and that's more of the shamanic. So it's more setting your intentions and using colors and shapes and objects. And then you have the compass people. They actually like work with north and south, and
Yes.
each area has a number, and the years move the number. So mathematical.
I'll stick with what you're doing. I mean, but
Yes.
if they are mathematical, that would be something to look into.
Math look into as
The compass versus compass Feng Shui instead of maybe.
well. It's I don't really know all that much. Just there's a little, and it's very confusing. And it's like the stars move and the numbers move, and because this number's here and you can't do that, and that number's here and you can't do that. So I'm just,
Okay, we'll stick with the colors and the relationship categories and the abundance.
yes, it's all because it's a ritual too. It's the whole thing. I've noticed that, and then it's a ritual. So you put your and people don't want to do it. They want like instantaneous. I've noticed this, especially when I'm doing my skincare. And people need to change their skin slowly by doing other lifestyle changes. And it's like, we mean this can't go away today. So we're in this instantaneous world, and they don't realize you need to make these changes and do these rituals and put your good energy behind it to produce something good. They
Yeah.
just want to like, okay, it's done. All right, I washed my face with this. Okay, my wrinkles are still there. So
I'm trying to get on a new ritual with my wrinkles on my forehead. And so I'm 2 weeks into my ritual. And it does feel different to have a ritual. I love rituals, but I think the word sometimes has a negative connotation, because we're just indoctrinated into systems, where religious systems that get in the way. And so is this a religious system, Feng Shui, or is this more like a ritualistic system of moving energy?
the latter.
Okay.
It's not really a religion. It's just a ritual of things happening. With like, there's like certain keys and stuff that you can make to help, internally. And it's just doing them and learning them. It's like a ritual. And there was a soup that my teacher gave me when I got sick. And it wasn't, it was a ritual to make this soup. And it is kind of when it dawned on me, it's like you need to put time and energy into good energy into it.
Mm-hmm.
I think I told you that conversation. You go to, you go to a restaurant, you got some cook back there, and I'm ready to that energy transfers. You got this
Yes.
angry chef or cook or whatever. So it's a ritual of putting good intentions in there and
Yes.
creating something good. So you had to take these steps. And, it's not instantaneous. You can't open the jar. So people don't understand it. So the things take time.
And is it okay for it to take time? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes my ego comes in and says, Lillian, you haven't ordered that, blue thing for over your sink, and you haven't found the painting over the toilet, and you haven't done this. And I'm just like, leave me the F alone. Like one thing at a time. I mean, I can't handle, you know, all of the changes, because you're right. I didn't even think about that, but I do love intentions. It's probably my favorite thing on the whole planet.
Mm-hmm.
And I do think you can change the world with one intention.
Mm-hmm.
And I sometimes forget my own magic, because we're just being human, right? We're just being human and we're doing things and we're trying to take care of our kids and pay the bills and, keep our relationship together and, but really I'm happiest when I'm doing my rituals and intentions and giving up all control up to the universe, being like, I can't really control any of this. So please take over for me. And that's the intention behind the red string that I did, was just, I don't know what you're going to do differently or what I'm going to do differently to help the money stop going down the drain, or to travel more without an argument, or to, paint the brown house white or whatever we need. It's just like, but please come in and do it for me. So when it happens quick, and your assistant quits and you fight with your husband, you're sleeping in the other room. And then, you're like, well, shit, do I need to rewind?
Well, we talked about this too. It's the Chinese New Year next week.
I know, I'm so excited.
Yes. And so the snake was slow and slithering and shedding.
That was 2025.
Yeah. So I know everyone's talking about it. I'm sure it's the year of the fire horse.
Everyone is talking about it.
Comes on in. And so that's probably the energy of the whole environment is, and then the power of you and your rituals and your magic. You've got this now. So
I'm going to light some shit on fire. Watch out. Yeah. And I'm a fire sign. So when I reached out to you and we started doing this consult, you sent me back a little like 4-liner, and you're like, hold on, I don't know what you said. You either said like, hold on, but I saved it because I was like, but you're like, hold on, this year is going to be fire for you. And I'm thinking, well, shit, am I going to light the world on fire? Or am I going to light my own ass on fire? Right?
Both, probably.
I've done a little bit of both already in the whole 2 weeks we've been working together.
Yes. So,
but I think that was really nice of you to send like the 3 or 4 sentences back, because when people work with you, like, can you tap into their energy and let them know, okay, this is the year of the fire horse. How does that affect them? Is it just because you knew me that came to you and you typed out that little sweet note? Or is that something that you provide and it just comes to you and you're like, hey, da-da-da-da-da?
It's based on like their signs, because you're a dragon.
Yeah.
You're a fire dragon.
Yeah, with a fire horse and a Leo. Everybody might want to stay away this year, just saying.
It's the Chinese have developed this whole zodiac thing, and it's just kind of like the Western astrology. All the creatures, animals, or whatever have the certain energy about them. And then when you combine it with the different elements, so all the elements, the 5 elements, all have a different property. So fire is action, wood is growth. So it just all depends. Like I'm a metal dog. So, and then estheticians tend to be metal people. We like rituals, protocols, aesthetics. So it's just the energy of the animal and the element, and then the element and energy of the year. So it's just, there is a whole big, I was like looking into it, there is a whole big engrossing system of the Chinese astrology. So, but I just take little pieces and just, you don't need to get too deep.
Yeah.
Unless you want to, but then that would be a whole nother, it'd be like another astrologer of the Chinese method.
Yeah. I mean, I think people are, I feel their energy as far as the fire horse coming in, because I think people are ready for change, right? And to burn down some old systems and to burn down some old rigid beliefs and to burn down, your own patterns. I mean, I think that's what I got from my reading this morning. I give myself a little personal reading while I'm sitting in the sauna. And it was all about just being a witness to the pattern, not the person. What pattern is showing up all the time instead of what is that person doing wrong or what are you doing wrong? And I think that's what this Feng Shui has really connected for me as well, is that this house has a pattern. These rooms have patterns. It's not, I kind of tell Andre, well, your dad put the sinks and because his dad built the house, your dad put the sinks in the bathrooms and where it shouldn't be. However, he didn't know Feng Shui and he's built thousands and thousands of homes, right? Because he was a home builder.
No good place for a drain, though.
What?
There's really no good place for a drain in the house. You just have to, you come up with these remedies,
there you go.
cures. So a drain anywhere is going to drain you. So it's just, yours happen to be in separate corners. So you get your relationship, and that's usually not a good thing. It usually means money coming in, money coming out, money coming in, money coming out.
Which is what our pattern was. Money coming in, money coming out. Like we have a great life. Money coming in, money coming out. It's not like it's being saved. I mean, a little bit, but I'm talking about and investing a little bit. But I'm talking about like for the amount, you could really see the pattern of the drain. And so what this did was this little consult with you also awakened my awareness even more of like, oh, this is my pattern. I've been ignoring the laundry room, right? I have some stuff built up in there. It's a little cluttered, like underneath the drain when I went to go do the string was like kind of messy and like not my favorite towels in there. And so it also awakened me for a lot of changes that I could do. Not I don't have to change like as a person because I know that will change me, but different rituals I could bring in and different things that I could do. I mean, is that the goal of Feng Shui, is to change the pattern, change the person?
It's a basic goal, but the main thing is to bring harmony and balance.
Harmony and balance. Okay.
You have harmony and you have balance. You have, peace. So everything flows nicely. So a good harmonious flow of chi, the good stuff, through your house.
Yeah.
And in your land, because we noticed you were on a cul-de-sac.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
Which I thought was a great thing, right? Because then you just don't have the traffic all. But you said in Feng Shui, it's more of a stagnant energy.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I mean, it is. There's no traffic, there's no noise, but then it just stops. It stops and stagnates unless there's something there.
Okay, so I still haven't put my spinners out there. I need to go on Amazon today and put that in my cart.
Oh, yeah, I like that. There is another thing called earth acupuncture, so that's kind of on the horizon.
Okay. Do you want to talk about that?
Well, as far as I know, it really intrigues me. You can change the energy of the land by making certain adjustments. So that's all I kind of got right now. You just kind of.
Well, I used to do that with crystals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I would do it at my house. I would do it at the office. I would do it for people that were building. We'd go and put some crystals before the concrete was poured. Mm-hmm. And really set the intention, for, like you said, peace and harmony, or harmony and balance, or love, or, what do you want your house to bring you? What do you want your land to bring you? So, but don't you do some acupuncture for the face a little bit too in your esthetician practice?
Yeah, it's called the Tuina massage. So, there's the acupressure points that I don't do so much, but it's called the Tuinon. And because, your body is on your face.
Yeah.
So anything that pops up can be related to a certain, I call it elements, because I don't want to name specific organs because I don't want anyone to think they're diseased. But, but it's just, and then each element with each organ system as an emotion. And that's generally the emotion is generally the trigger.
Okay,
So,
well,
and then,
so let diagnose me here, even though you're not
okay.
a doctor, diagnose. So
Okay.
I have a couple of things underneath my eyelid. On my eyelid, I have 3 little dots under my eyelid and 1 little dot on the other one. So, what is that? What organ do you think that is? I'm going to guess, but not until you tell me.
Right. Are you saying like a beauty mark or a bump
No, it
or
was just like kind of dry patches. It was like 3 little dry patches on the right eye and 1 little dry patch on my left eye.
well, the eyes are multiple. So it's mainly like the adrenals and the kidneys
Mm-hmm. Okay. That was my guess, is the kidneys,
and
because
part
I've
of the
been working
heart
on that in acupuncture.
and then part of the heart too.
Okay.
So, but yeah, you're doing when, I mean, so I don't want to say it's your kidneys because, the adrenals are part.
Of the kidneys, yeah.
So, yeah. So if if you're tired, you overworked, you're drained, too much cortisol, too much anger, it imbalances things. So that shows up on your face.
So interesting. Well, I go to Ashley here in Covington. So, and she does all my acupuncture. So we were, talking about different things it could be. And then we got on the subject of mites on our face and how mites make little nests on our face. And then, the conversation got really bad. So we just changed that. She's like, castor oil basically kills anything. I'm like, yes. So castor oil, basically I suffocated whatever was on my face, which was good. But you can
Okay.
still see a little bit of it. I still have a little bit of it.
Yeah.
So this red string has really brought up stuff on my face, stuff in my relationship. I've redesigned my whole website and now have all my favorite items that I buy on my website to share with the world. And my assistant leaving, and just a lot of, we had the full moon during all of this.
Yes. And
And
it was
so,
frozen everywhere.
we had the ice storm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it really does move some energy. Not that I created the ice storm by using my red string.
No.
But
No.
wouldn't that be cool?
Mother Nature has a new face.
So what, anything else that we need to know about, anything that we didn't cover that you think is important because I really think everybody needs a Feng Shui consult with you, because it has been very moving. And that's the reason why I had you on the podcast too, because I've seen so many changes in the 2 weeks that I have done this, that I think it's so cool, and people need to try it and not be scared of it, because it's not a religious cult, and it's not, it's not scary. It does shift things, but don't we want that anyway? So if you're a person that's looking for some change or looking for some shifts in the health, wealth, let me see if I can remember these 9. Okay. Health, wealth, relationship, abundance, new beginnings. Okay. I'm only at 6.
Career.
And
then you got it's the helpful people. Or travel.
And travel.
Then you got the knowledge, spiritual cultivation.
Knowledge, spirit cultivation. Is that all one category?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Okay. So that was number 9.
That's where your office is, I think.
Knowledge, spirit cultivation. Yeah. Brings
that
people
front
together.
Part of the corner. Yeah. That's why I said that mountain picture would have been good there.
Mountain picture would have been good if it didn't have a trash can in the picture.
Well, just refocus the trash can thing. That's all my crap going down there, and I put my crap in the trash can, and then I'm cultivating myself before I go to the mountain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to try and do that. Have you seen the mountains of the Olympics? How amazing they are.
No, I said I was going to watch it, but I've just had late work night.
Oh,
So,
wait till you see the mountains of that. That's really like the mountains in the archetype cards that they talk about
hmm
and
hmm
everything that you're talking about.
hmm
It's those gorgeous mountains and they're skiing right down the middle of them.
hmm
Okay, so anything else that we need to know?
no, just it's about bringing balance and harmony. Um, and whatever is balance for you and whatever you want to be harmonious. I mean, it's different for it's very personalized. You have to sense your intentions. There's rituals that need to be done, and it is eye opening. When it was like, oh my God, you have to put time and energy into it. So, and it could be something as simple as cleaning out the coat closet in the front.
Yes.
If you've like got a coat closet and it's just shoved full of junk, that's a it's like stagnates there. That's your, especially if your door's in the middle of the house, that's your career. So if
Yeah.
you have junk crammed in there and you just clam, you shove the door closed, pushing the junk off, then that is something easy to do. You can open that closet, clear it all out, and it makes space.
I
So
love
it's just,
that. We just did that over Christmas. We cleaned out the entire coat closet and Sims was like, "Why are we doing this?" I'm like, "Because like look at all the dust and we got to clean all this out and reorganize it, make it feel good."
yeah, it can stagnate stuff, even just a drawer, simple drawer.
Okay, so start small. And will you hold their hands as you go from either a mini or a long term to make major changes or little changes in their lives? Do you offer kind of all of that?
Yeah, it should, you can just one thing at a time. You change, things change, and then you can work with the change to bring balance and harmony and allow good stuff to come to you, good energy, stuff, opportunities flow to you, whether it's your career, whether you want a husband, whether you want a new job, whether you want to start a family, whether you want to make amends with family members, whether you want to like start finishing projects,
I
start new
love that.
projects.
I love that. Oh, this is so up my alley. Okay, well, I'm going to be calling you more because I'm still
Okay.
working on my stuff.
Okay.
But Kimberly can be reached at, do you have a website or an email or that we can include down or do you?
I do have a website. It's down in the works though. It's Happy Cat Feng Shui.
Okay.
And then it's hello at happycatfengshui.com.
Okay. All right. And that leaves us with a happy cat. Like, should I reorder my new happy cat fan? Because I had one
Oh,
for years and years and years, and the batteries finally we replaced it about 5 times. So I have
oh,
about 5 in my Amazon cart.
oh, the Lucky Cat.
Uh-huh.
Yes, you can. Um, so I learned about this a long time ago. But you generally put those in the front of your house. If it's for your house, if the business, it's kind of stays there. And it's welcoming. Both hands up are kind of better because you're welcoming opportunities and relationships,
Okay.
opportunities and monies and relationships. So both hands up is good. So you
Okay.
put them facing the door. There's the different colors, and then for a year, and then you kind of give them like a little altar space somewhere in your house that feels good to you.
I've never seen the one with the 2 hands up.
There's some they're better.
Okay. I'll go look for
One
that.
one's money, and then one's like relationships opportunities. So
Okay.
both the hands up are like really good, the lucky cats.
Okay. All right, but you're happy cat.
But I am happy cat.
Okay. Well, Kimberly, thanks for sharing all of your knowledge today. Thanks for laughing with me of the crap that has gone down the drain and stuff that's coming up the drain.
Shaking it up.
That's right. Changing it up, mixing it up. And I have you to thank for that. So thanks for
Okay.
being with us today. And I
Welcome.
hope lots of people call you and get their
Yeah.
house feng shuied. Sat
Do
Nam,
it. Thank
y'all.
you.
Have a great day.
This podcast is for educational and informational purposes only. Please use your own discernment and seek professional care when needed.